PlayStation just dropped the new PS Plus game catalog editions for March 17th, and honestly, this wave is looking pretty solid. We got 8 games hitting Extra and Premium this time around, and there are a few in here that are genuinely worth talking about. So let's just get straight into it. I am going to start with the biggest one first. We got Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 now on PS Plus Extra, and this is huge. This game came out in 2024, and it was one of the most talked about titles of that year. If you have never touched anything Warhammer related before, do not let that scare you off. This is actually one of the best entry points into that whole universe, because the game does a great job of pulling you in without requiring you to know anything going in. It is a third-person shooter where you pick from 6 different classes, and as you play, you are unlocking new skills and cosmetics along the way. The gameplay feels weighty and satisfying. You genuinely feel like a massive space soldier obliterating everything in your path. If you have PS Plus Extra and you have been sleeping on this one, there is no excuse now. Okay, so this next one is for anybody who has somehow still not played Persona 5 Royal. And I know some of you are out there. Persona 5 Royal is on PS Plus Extra now, and this is genuinely one of the best RPGs ever made. I am not exaggerating when I say that. The original Persona 5 came out in 2017, and it was already incredible. Royal is the expanded version that added new characters, new confidants, more story, more locations, and even a grappling hook mechanic that lets you sneak into areas you could not reach before. The whole game is built around this concept of a group of high school students who become phantom thieves and explore the minds of corrupt adults to change their hearts. It sounds wild, but it works so well. The style of this game is unlike anything else out there. The UI, the music, the writing, all of it comes together in a way that just hits different. If you are into JRPGs or even just good storytelling in games, you owe it to yourself to play this. Then we got Blasphemous 2, which is a 2D action platformer with some seriously dark and gorgeous art direction. If you are into that Souls-style difficulty, but in a side-scrolling format, this one is right up your alley. The world is brutal, the combat is tight, and the visuals are genuinely stunning in that dark, religious, gothic kind of way. The first game already had a strong following, and the sequel builds on everything that made it work. Next up, we got EA Sports Madden NFL 26, and yes, Madden is on PS Plus now. For the sports fans watching this, you already know what Madden is. But what makes this version interesting is that EA actually put in some real work this time around with a new AI-powered machine learning system that was trained on thousands of real NFL plays from nearly a decade of actual game data. The idea is that the gameplay feels more explosive and more realistic than previous entries. Now look, Madden is always going to be Madden, and it has its fans and its critics. But if you are a football fan and you have PS Plus, there is zero reason not to at least try it. You are not paying anything extra for it. Then we have Metal Eden, a PS5 exclusive in this lineup. This is a sci-fi action shooter where you play as a character who can absorb and reuse enemy weapons, which already makes the combat feel fresh and creative. The world is this cold, mechanical, dystopian setting, and the game leans fully into that aesthetic. Visually, it is one of the sharper-looking titles in this wave, and it runs beautifully on PS5. The gameplay loop is fast, it rewards aggression, and it has that one more run feeling where you finish a section and immediately want to push further. It is a newer title, so a lot of people are still getting familiar with it. And honestly, finding it on PS Plus this early is a win. If you like your action games with a sci-fi edge, this one is absolutely worth downloading. Next is Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria, and this one deserves way more attention than it gets. It is a survival crafting game set deep in the mines of Moria, and the whole vibe of being underground, not knowing what is around the next corner, actually works really well for this type of game. You are mining resources, building up your base, crafting gear, and pushing deeper into the dark while dealing with the creatures that call that place home. The Tolkien setting adds a layer that makes it feel different from your typical survival game because the world itself has so much history behind it. Playing it solo is a solid experience, but if you grab a friend or two for co-op, it becomes something else entirely. And then there is Astroneer, which honestly might be the most underrated game in this entire lineup. You are an astronaut exploring a series of procedurally generated planets, gathering resources, building bases, and figuring out how everything connects together. What makes it stand out is how tactile and satisfying the terrain system is. You are literally reshaping the ground around you as you dig and build, and it never gets old. Each planet has its own look, its own resources, and its own challenges, so there is always a reason to keep pushing further. The art style is bright and colorful, which gives it this almost relaxing quality, even when things get hectic. And just like Return to Moria, throwing a friend into this makes the whole experience better. Now, for the premium subscribers, there is one exclusive edition this month, and that is Tekken Dark Resurrection. This is a classic Tekken title, and it comes with some fun modes, including Tekken Dojo, where you climb the leaderboards, Gold Rush, where big combos mean big rewards, and Tekken Bowl, which is honestly more entertaining than it has any right to be. It is a nostalgic one for longtime Tekken fans, and a cool piece of fighting game history for newer players. Alright, before I let you go, there is one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the games that are leaving PS Plus this month. Because this happens every month and people always sleep on it until it is too late. So, heads up. 6 games are heading out the door in March 2026, and there are a couple in here that you really do not want to miss if you have not played them yet. The big one I want to highlight is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. If you have not touched this yet, I genuinely feel bad for you because this game is an absolute blast. It is a beat-em-up that plays like a love letter to the classic TMNT arcade games from the 90s, but with modern polish and online co-op. The other one worth mentioning is Paradise Killer, which is a much more niche pick, but has a really dedicated fan base. It is an open-world mystery investigation game with a completely wild art style, and this strange, surreal story that you piece together at your own pace. There is no wrong answer in how you solve the case, which is a cool concept. The rest of the games leaving are Circus Electrique, Chris Tales, Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy, and Red Out 2. If any of those are sitting in your library unplayed, now is the time to either finish them or at least give them a shot before they are gone. The bottom line is, do not wait. These games leave and then people complain they missed them. So that is the full March 17th wave for PS Plus. Honestly, the highlights for me are Space Marine 2 and Persona 5 Royal. Those two alone make this a great month. Madden is solid for the sports crowd, which, honestly, I am not. But yeah. PlayStation also mentioned to keep an eye out for any surprise late March editions, and they will be sharing early details on the April drop soon, so stay tuned for that. If you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel out. Subscribe if you are new, and drop a comment below letting me know which game you are downloading first. I will see you in the next one.